What's up, guys? I want to get on here real quick to talk about Succession. Now, Succession is a show I started binging, I want to say last week. And I binged it because I always put it off. This is a show you always heard about, mostly because it always is Emmy buzz. And I wanted to see what the hype is all about. This show, if I want to describe it in like a couple words, it's a modern day Sopranos. But instead of the strip club, you have the boardroom. I feel like most of this show's entertainment comes from just watching all these shitty people interact. Like all the other stuff that happens in the show, all of it really just comes down to how our characters react to it and how it changes their interactions. That's the way I see the show. It's really just about the character interactions. All that other shit really doesn't really matter. The political back, all that stuff. Like, I feel like even when like things are happening to the characters, it's not really about what's happening to them. It's about how they react to it and how it makes them interact with other people, whether it be a big deal or a big headline coming out about them. Whatever it is, it's not about It's not about what happens. It's about how it affects them and makes them interact with other characters. So if you were like one of those people who don't want to watch a show to discuss all these politics, don't really worry about it, because this show was really not about politics or any of that stuff. It's just about characters. This show's really just about characters. And I get the same enjoyment watching this show as I did watching Sopranos, watching these terrible people interact and getting to getting to know these terrible people while I was binging this show. Out of all these characters, the only one I really liked was Greg. By the end of season one, the only character I really liked was Greg. The thing I started to notice about Greg, I might not see this way, but I feel like Greg is going to become just as terrible as them. Because towards the end of season 3, he's becoming less of a pushover. Like, he's still a bit of a pushover, a little bit of bitch. He stutters here and there, but like, he's really coming in his own. And I feel like season 4 and up, Greg's going to be a major player. Another character I'm really looking out to do some big things is Connor. And the way they treat Connor, and it's not even because he's the oldest, because we found out in season 3 how old Kendall's character is. We can assume Siv's character is pretty young, still pretty or probably close to 30 at best. Roman's probably close to 30 at best. So I don't think the age is why they treat Connor the way they treat him. I feel like we're really going to start to learn more about Connor going forward, and that's someone I'm really interested to learn more about. Why they kind of he's the odd man out. They mentioned he didn't spend 3 years with Logan. Logan Roy. He's this was my big gripe I had about season 1. Like, I never felt like, even when Kendall was doing all that stuff in season 1, I never felt like he could fuck with Logan. And still now in season 3, I still don't feel like any of them can fuck with Logan. I still feel like Tom put it best. Kendall, I've seen you been fucked many times. I've not seen Logan been fucked once. And that's the way I feel. I haven't seen Logan be fucked once, and I don't think Logan's gonna get fucked. Brian Cox as Logan is like the heartbeat of this show. Like, I can't imagine this show without Brian Cox as Logan Roy. Everyone else is amazing too. I just saw the person who plays Jerry. It's Cameron something, like J. Joseph. It's something Cameron, but I just saw her in Vengeance a couple of weeks ago. She was great in that. She's great as Jerry. Her relationship with I love how everyone just knows even Logan, when he found out how deep it was, like, because everyone can see Roman has these problems. That's what I like about the show. Like, everyone knows they have these problems, and everyone can see what everyone's problems is for the most part. But we're just waiting for them to address them. You know what I mean? We're just waiting for it to be addressed. And to see Logan find out how deep Roman was fucking with Jerry in season 3, and then he goes like, "You a fucking sicko." That was amazing. That might be my favorite line of the whole show. Is that, or it was another line? What was it? I can't forget the line. Fuck, I can't remember the line, but it was so good. It was another line of season 3. It was a very throwaway, but it was amazing as well. But yeah, like I said, I think Succession deserves all the hype it gets. This is I think some people look at Succession. I know people look at Succession and they see all the boardroom, they're fighting to be who's gonna run the company, and I think they might get overwhelmed. Think there's gonna be some overwhelming, super serious thing. And for the most part, season one is like there's a lot of jargon and stuff thrown at you in season one, and you probably should watch with subtitles so you can read it. But after the latter part of season one, after you're done with season one, this show is just easy. That's related to care. It's really just about the characters and everything. So don't get overwhelmed. Don't think it's gonna be something that's not. It's like I said, it's a modern day Sopranos. It's about watching these characters interact. First and foremost, in my opinion, the show is about watching these characters interact and how they interact. It's not about all the other shit that's in the background. None of that really matters to the overall focus and point of the show, how these characters interact. But yeah, Succession, I think is overall 8 out of 10 over the 3 seasons I watched. And that's only because of I didn't vibe with the latter half of season 1. Very interested and excited to see where the rest of these characters go going forward. Yeah, 8 out of 10. Modern day Sopranos, watching terrible people do terrible shit, and you grow to love them for some reason. We grow to love them. But yeah, I really think if you haven't watched the Succession, you probably should check it out. It lives up to the hype. Peace.